So far we have looked at second declension masculine nouns like logos and potamos, and first declension feminine nouns like graphi, ora, and doxa. Now we need to complete the second declension. Logos and the masculine nouns like logos are not the only part of the second declension. We also see neuter nouns. So completing the three genders, masculine, feminine, and neuter. And these neuter nouns complement logos as part of the second declension. I know that can be a little confusing, so just to run that through again. The second declension has both masculine and neuter noun possibilities. The first declension, only feminine at this point. So let's look at our key example of second declension neuter nouns. It's a second declension neuter like ergon. Ergon means work. And we see this lexical entry here, ergon, u, and ta. And you remember that the ergon, the first word in that lexical entry, is the neuter singular nominative form. Notice that the nominative has a nu or a ni. So far we've only seen that with the accusative forms for masculine and feminine nouns. Here we see it as the nominative form, the subject case in the neuter. Now the second bit, u, is the genitive singular ending, and then the ta is actually the neuter singular article, remembering that the lexical entry requires you to list the nominative singular form, the genitive ending, and the article that goes with it. So this information is enough to tell us how ergon will decline, what the endings will be for these nouns. So let's go through them. First, the neuter singular nominative form for ergon is ergon. Okay, the neuter singular nominative has a nu or a ni in the ending. The neuter singular genitive form is ergu. We've seen that before, haven't we? The omicron and the ipsilon genitive singular ending. The neuter singular dative is ergo, an omega ending with a iota subscript. Remember, the iota subscript is a standard dative singular ending. The neuter singular accusative ending is ergon. Notice that this form is the same as the nominative singular form, ergon. They are the same form. This is always the case for neuter nouns. The nominative and accusative form will be exactly the same, and only context will tell you which one is meant. Now the plurals. The neuter plural nominative form is erga with an alpha in the ending. The neuter plural genitive form is ergon with an omega and a ni ending. The neuter plural dative form is ergies or ergois with the Erasmian pronunciation. The neuter plural accusative ending is erga. Notice again the alpha, the ending is the same as the nominative. The accusative and nominative forms are the same in the neuter case. So these are the forms for ergon, u, ta. They are second declension neuter endings. Any neuter noun that has the same lexical information as ergon, that is, ergon, u, and ta, will decline like this noun. These will be its noun endings through the various cases and number. Now, one final note about the neuter gender. Remember that gender in Greek does not refer to biological or natural gender. Just because something is in the neuter case does not mean that it is an impersonal object or a thing. Often impersonal objects and things are in the neuter case, but it's not necessarily so. In fact, if you take the Greek word for spirit, often meaning the Holy Spirit in the New Testament, that is a neuter noun. But this does not mean that the Spirit is some thing, an impersonal thing. In fact, we know from the New Testament that the Spirit is personal. The Spirit is a person. The fact that the word for Spirit is found in the neuter case does not shed any light on that issue whatsoever. The neuter gender is simply a grammatical feature.